Hi, welcome to another episode of Maniac Red Devils. Today's episode is going to be a bit different. Today we won't be discussing Manchester United. Instead, Euros are starting from tomorrow. Euro 2021 starting tomorrow, so we'll be discussing regarding the Euro matches, and we will be doing a predictor show today. And lots of Manchester United players, however, are involved in this year's Euros. Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Dean Henderson. Who else? Who did I miss? Oh, Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay is there as well. Victor Lindelof. Marcus Rashford is also there. So lots of United interest in this year's tournament. It's kicking off from tomorrow. Let's start with this year's predictions. So this year we are having 6 groups. Each group having 4 teams. The top 2 teams automatically qualify for the next round. Top 4 third place teams from the 6 groups qualifying for the next round as well. The 6 groups, let's see how the groups stack up. First we have Group A, Italy, Switzerland, Turkey and Wales. This is an interesting group. I guess Italy and Turkey would be the 2 stronger teams. Switzerland and Wales, I don't think they have much of a chance for qualifying for the next stage. But then again, this year you know that, as I mentioned, that even the third place teams have a chance. So who knows? Any of the other 2 teams might just sneak into the next round. Now Group B, we have Belgium, we have Denmark, Finland, Russia. Belgium and Denmark for me are the favorites to go through. Finland and Russia, I don't give them much of a chance to go into the next round. But then depending on the results, they might just sneak through. Group C, I think it will be a much tougher group. We have Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, North Macedonia. I think it will be down to Netherlands, Ukraine and Austria, and don't think there will be any of the teams will be a runaway winner in this group. It will be tough. I think it will be down to Netherlands, Ukraine and Austria. I think Netherlands will be struggling in this tournament, but then again, I expect them to move to the next round at least. For me, is going to be one of the groups where the top 3 teams would make into the next round for me. Now coming to Group D, England, Croatia, Scotland and Czech Republic. I think England and Croatia are obviously the much better teams on paper. Scotland, I have a sneaky feeling, will do well this year's tournament. They are a gutsy team. I think they will just manage to scrape through to the next round. Group E, now Spain has obviously suffered a huge setback this year with their captain Sergio Busquets recently testing positive and the whole team going into quarantine. So they had to field a much younger team, all youngsters mostly from the under 21 group. They got a chance against a Latvian side, and they did well. They won against Latvia, but in the Euros it will be a whole different proposition if Spain don't get to play their main players, their superstars. I don't think they will have much of a chance in this year's tournament. But they have a pretty easy group. Even if they get their players for the next rounds, I think they might have a chance. Poland for me is going to be the strongest team in this group, with the absence of star players from Spain. Sweden, I would reckon, might just be the other team to qualify with Poland. Spain, if they can qualify, I think it will be in the 3rd position. Now coming to Group F, for me this is the group of death. We have Hungary, Portugal, France and Germany in this group. France and Portugal, for me, the 2 best teams in this competition in terms of their recent forms for me. So they will be the favorites going into the tournament. But they have Germany as well in their group. Germany, based on current form, and they are not going into the tournament as one of the favorites. Their defense is a bit leaky at this moment, but then again, when it comes to the big tournaments, they just find a way to succeed in the big tournaments. So Germany for me will obviously go through. Now I have done a simulation of how I think the games will go through. Let's have a look at that. I'll just go through quickly with my predictions for each of these games. Going, just, and ta-da, it's done. And this is how I feel the final group standings might just look like. Italy, Turkey to go through from Group A. From Group B, Belgium and Denmark look good to go through. Group C, I think, will be a much tighter affair with Austria, Ukraine, Netherlands looking good to go through. Group D, England, Croatia. Even though I have placed Scotland in the last position, they might just sneak through to the next round. From Group E, Poland, Sweden might just go through. Spain, depending on the availability of the players who are on quarantine right now. Group F for me, France, Portugal to go through, with Germany being the third place team in the group. Netherlands, Germany, Russia, and even though I've mentioned Slovakia here, might just well be Scotland to go through to the next round. Coming to the round of 16, I would pick Turkey to defeat Denmark, but then it will be a very tight game. Austria, I would pick them to win against Slovakia, but if it's Scotland, I would pick Scotland to win against Austria. Belgium, Germany, I think will be too tight to call. Croatia, I would feel they can easily defeat Sweden. France, again, defeating Russia. England and Portugal will be very tight to call, though I would pick England to bottle in a knockout round again. Poland, I think, might just defeat Netherlands. Coming to the quarterfinals, France, I feel, will defeat Croatia. Italy, I would pick them to go through. Turkey and Portugal. These are my semi-final picks for the next round. Now France and Italy, anything might just happen. Turkey, Portugal, again, too tough to call. However, we might just see a repeat of last year's final, and who knows. That was my prediction for this year's Euro tournament, Euro 2021. Comment below to let me know if you agree with my predictions and who, according to you, is going to win this tournament. Also, coming to the player of the tournament, I think there are quite a few contenders for the player of the tournament. Since I've picked Portugal and France to go all the way through, like last year's Euros, I would put Antoine Griezmann to be one of the contenders for the player of the tournament. Also looked quite sharp in the last friendly that they played. Bruno Fernandes was outstanding against Israel last night for Portugal. They for me are one of a few of the contenders for the player of the tournament. Antoine Griezmann also, I have got a sneaky feeling, might just do quite well in this year's Euros. Apart from that, Romelu Lukaku, he is in hot form. But apart from that, Turkey, I would pick Turkey to be one of the dark horses of this tournament, and their forward Ilmaz, I think he's another pick for me to be one of the contenders for the player of the tournament. So that's it. That's the show for tonight. Thank you for tonight's episode. Keep watching the Euros and do watch this space for exciting transfer news regarding Manchester United, especially news regarding Jadon Sancho coming up soon. And also do keep watching our channel and please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.